Hi guys, I am Maistis and this is my channel, and today is a big day for me because I am doing all entirely video in English, and since now on all my videos will be done in English. And for this I have two reasons. One of it is because I want to reach more and to inspire more people when I can do by doing videos only in Lithuanian, and the second one is because I believe that my content is more valuable to more people than just Lithuanian, and it can be more informative and more entertaining to more people. So that's a couple reasons why I'm switching to English. And even at first my English is not maybe so fluently the best, but through the time, for a couple of months, it will get better and you'll be able to understand me even better. So I'm asking you to subscribe my channel if you see this video, because it really helps me to grow, and I'm very thankful for you for doing this. And today my video is how to get the best job in America. In this video I will share my journey when we moved to America with my family, and you can find there is a link on our vlog how we moved to America. Actually, it wasn't so long time ago, it was just 4 months ago basically, and today I'm doing video on the last day of 2019. Yes, today is the 30th day of December. Tomorrow is the New Year, so as I told, it's a big day for me. I'm doing entirely all video in English, and it's the last day of the year, so my new year starts with new videos, English videos. I have a couple filmed in Lithuanian, so I will put them on. They are very interesting, and I'll put subtitles, but then after this video all ours will be only in English. My journey, how we moved to America, you can see on other videos in this vlog, and this video is about the job, how I got the best job here. I'm a bartender. That's what I've been doing for the last, I think, already around 12 years, and that's what I really love. And when I say there are two types of bartenders, there are bartenders who do bartending only for money, because they do bartending, they could do some other job, and others who put some bar tools or some other stuff on their hands, who are really bartenders in their heart, and who really doing this because they love to do it, and they get paid by doing what they love. So I'm that kind of bartender who loves doing it. When I find out about this occupation, I really fall in love with it, and been very growing, reading, learning everything, going to competitions, doing different positions in bar, mixology, everything, just to get know everything about it and to get better and better. So in my country I became quite known in bartending industry, and I wouldn't need to prove myself so much because people already seen me in competition, seen me working, seen me doing stuff. But coming to America is a different thing, because here I'm nothing. Nobody cares about my achievements in Lithuania or what I did in Lithuania. Maybe somebody did. I don't know, didn't ask all people, but majority, as I was told, nobody cares about my experience here. So before coming to America, I was thinking, I don't know anybody here. Yeah, maybe a couple people, but we plan to go to Miami, as I'm now here. And I don't know anybody in Miami doing bartending or in catering, like restaurant, in hospitality business. So I thought it's not a good thing, because when you come here and don't know nobody, it's much harder. Thought what I could do the best. So one thing, I went to Facebook, I found some groups, bartenders groups in Miami, in this region, joined them, and just wanted to watch what's happening. I saw a couple posts. They are not very active actually, as I expected, because in Lithuania we have quite active bartenders groups on Facebook. Here it's not. I saw a couple posts of some couple guys, and I decided to write them. I wrote a couple of them that I'm coming to Miami in some time, because it was before coming to America, a couple months. I was writing about what about my achievements, about what can I offer, about what can I do. Some of them wrote me back that come to visit or to talk when you will be already here. So that was my first step. The second step, I went to join some groups on Facebook of Lithuanians living in America. I thought I will ask, maybe somebody has a restaurant or bar or works in that industry, so they could get me into that thing much faster if we like. There was only one guy who wrote that he's a bartender here for already some time, Lithuanian guy, and when I'll come to visit him and he will explain me everything, what he knows. I had like 2 people I already knew here, let's say. That's better than nothing. Not very promising, but still something. And finally the day came. We came to America with our family, and here's the link. You can push it and see our trip here. We moved with all the family, my wife, my 1.5-year-old son, and a little cute doggy. At first we went to Kansas City, where my wife's brother lives, and there we waited for all the papers, all the documents, the green cards to come. You can find the video on how we won a green card here if you're interested in. And then the day came, we planned a road trip from Kansas City to Miami. It's also a link on our road trip. If you want, you can see how it went. And finally we are here 2.5 months ago in Miami. So the day we arrived, I decided straight away to get into action, because I didn't want to wait or tell myself that okay, I will wait a couple days to rest after the road trip, because it took 5 days, and then to go to look for a job or go to meet those people that I met on Facebook. But no, I said myself, I have to get proactive and do everything faster, because all that rest and everything can wait. I'm that kind of person. I want to do everything fast. I want to do everything right away. I will rest later, because if you're doing what you love, you don't need to rest. You are resting all the time. Okay, so the same evening we came to Miami. I wrote my Lithuanian friend, new friend, who I haven't seen in life yet, that we already in Miami. Maybe you at work, maybe we can come and just get known in person. He said, yeah, just come over, I'll tell you everything I know. And we did. We went to all the South Beach because we didn't know how far it is. It looked on the map, it looks closer, so actually it took 1.5 hours to go, but it's nice. We saw like a lot of Miami Beach the first day. We met him then. He explained what he knew. He advised me, gave me some advices. He told me some places he worked. It's not bad and they might be looking for a bartender. So he gave me the first initial information that was valuable to me to start thinking something, to get some ideas. And the second day, I wrote my American friend who I met on Facebook. Actually, he is from Colombia, but he lives in America for 5 years, so I'm saying American friend already. He also was very kind to me. He said, okay, come over to the place I work. I'm today on the shift and we will discuss, we'll talk. I went straight away. I met him in person. He's a very nice person. Actually, he has also tattoos of bartending of his own brand on hand. So basically, we feel each other because, as I told, we are bartenders by heart, not just by the job, by the money. This is what we get for doing what we love. That's money. But we are bartenders by heart. So that's how I believe we got along so fast, so easy. Without any distraction, because we're already very similar inside. So I told him about myself, I told him about my achievements, I told him about my love of bartending, and I think he felt that by me telling that, because if you really have a spark inside and you express yourself, people can feel that spark. It's the same when I make cocktails, when I shake them, when I do. People see and they say me millions of times that I see you really love what you do. I see that it's something more in that cocktail, and that it is. But it's not about that. This video, I mean, it's not about that. I will make another video on passion on work, or basically passion of the thing you're doing in life. We talked with him and he liked me. He said he liked me, but at the moment he wasn't hiring at that moment. But he gave me a contact of a general manager of another restaurant he knew who are looking for bartender. In a couple of days I went to that another place for an interview. I talked to a very nice guy, entrepreneur, hospitality guy who's really long time in hospitality. Later we talked about that. He's very nice, very entrepreneur, very like, I liked him very much. When I saw him, I remember like, wow, this guy really, how to explain, very cool. And he really is. So I met him, I told him about my experience, about my achievements, about my passion. And he said that it's okay, I will give you a try. It took some time to get me hired in that another place, but what happened next? Actually, I think it took only 1 week. Santiago is the first guy. I mean, that is my American friend, as I say, a guy from Colombia. Santiago. When Santiago actually called me and said, actually come to work for me. So in that first place, which is Wynwood Diner. I told that on my stories many times, so I'm going to tell you the exact names of the places I work and I love. So it's Wynwood Diner. He said, come over to train and to work with me. So I went there, and that's how I started training. At first it was a little bit harder, even I'm 12 years in this industry, because it's new brands that my ear is not adapted to, that I don't know it's beer or it's vodka, that brand, and also my ear is not adapted to English so much, and like different dialects of English. So the first 2 weeks was really hard. I had to ask 5 times, what do you have in mind? Okay, when he says some brand, but now after already 2.5 months passed, everything seems so in the past, because now everything is easy. I can, oh, you want that or that. But that was my start. I went to work with Santiago, and I really got quite quickly into everything. Of course, 10 years of experience really gets you quickly everywhere, because bartending or some other occupation is all the same in all the countries of the world. There are some specific things, but in 1 month or 1-2 weeks you can easily catch up with everything. And if you're really good, if you really know what you're doing, if you really want to do the things, not just imitate, so you will really get everything quickly, and people will start seeing how good you work. As I always say, you don't need to do some cosmic things or some rocket science. You just really need to do what you promised to do. 10% more better than you promised. So as I promised to do everything 110%, so usually I do 120%. That's what I believe every job should be done. Or I don't like the word job, I like the activity. So that's what I believe every activity should be done, 120% at least. That's how I started to work the first job. And in a couple of weeks I started to work in that another place. It's called The Deck. So I started to work two jobs or 2 places, let's say, because I said I don't like job, work, I like activity, what you get paid for because you do what you love. So I started another place. Since then I'm working 2 places. Another place is in very nice area. It has a very nice view. The first one is also in very nice area in Wynwood, in a district with a soul. And here it's a link. You can see a video about how we with my family explored Wynwood and what beautiful things you can find there. And The Deck is in Marina, in a deep marina. It's the only deep marina in the United States where super boats get parked with. So basically I'm working just 50 meters from super boats that cost $100 million, $200 million, $300 million, and that's amazing. I like that. I remember I worked in Cyprus. I worked in a place where they were parking Lamborghinis and Ferraris just beside that cafe, and came to that cafe. So it was cool. But now I work there. They park the super boats, like cost $100, $200 million. And those who know me, I'm really obsessed with numbers and with big numbers. It's not because I love just the money, but it's because I just like such things. I believe those people who own such boats, they have something to offer to the world, and they are very interesting for me, and I would really like to meet them, to talk to them, to get their experience and knowledge. But this video it's not about that. It's about how I got my dream job and how to get the best job in America. This is my journey. It's just 2.5 months past since we moved to Miami. It's not much yet, but it's how to get started, because when you move to another country, it's a little bit difficult because many things that you've been doing in your country is not interesting for people. They don't know you, you came from other country, you might be lying, you might be hyperbolizing your abilities or other things, and that's the same in America. Your knowledge is not interesting for nobody. I mean, it's not interesting at first because people might lie here, might come up with things, but when you get into that, people notice. If you are good, they notice that you are good. So just keep on doing the best job, 120% at least, and I believe that in all the world people will notice your ability. Speaking more about this, about the deck, the second place I got to work, now they made me a head bartender. Head bartender in America, everything is how to say, structurized. But bartenders, head bartenders, barbacks, and in this kind of in bartending field. In other positions is another things. When I first started, I started as a bartender. A bartender is a job person who bartends the bar. Everybody, most people know who it is. So talking about that, now I'm a head bartender. So I'm a bartender who a little bit supervises all the bartenders, who check the quality of the cocktails, who see that the bar would be always clean, and other things. It's just a couple of weeks when they told that I am a head bartender, and that happened because of a couple things. When I started to work, I really started to work 120% because, as I say, it's at least when I do the work, so it's 100%, 20%, not less. And I really fall in love with the place. Usually I fall in love with a place that I work, but I do activity, or I don't do it at all. Okay, maybe 1 week. So it helped me because when you fall in love, you can do everything much better. And if you don't fall in love, you have to ask yourself, why don't you love that place so much? Maybe it's not for you, maybe you are not for the place, or maybe something else, there are some other issues. But something could change, the place or you. So I felt in love with a place. I did everything 120%. There were a lot of things I had to learn, and I learned them, and I'm still in the process of learning, but I'm very eager, very hungry to get all the knowledge. I want to be the best. It's my life motto, you know, maybe from my other videos, that I always try to be the best. I want to compete or with others or with myself and be better every day. Well, that's the personal characteristics what made me to become a head bartender quite fast. Of course, it's 10 years of experience. Before that, it's not just happened like that. It's always the work that it's unseen by other people, and that's true. As I said, at first maybe nobody's very much interested into what you can do when you just start, because they can't see that, it's just only your blah blah blah. But when you start doing things, and if you are doing 120%, so people will really start to notice your abilities quite fast. To sum everything up, it could be said that I was lucky. I just got everything really easy like that. But what's unseen more deeper in that is that I had 10 years of experience and I did proactive actions. And that's very important, because many people just do some actions and we wait while something will happen. No. I believe you have to be proactive. You have to find people yourself, like I did on Facebook. Maybe I was lucky because I didn't need to look so much this time, because in my life I had a lot of things. But I still did those actions. I found people, I wrote them, I came, I didn't wait too much. Like when people come and they say like, oh, I will rest here and blah blah blah. No, I did everything right away. I met one guy the first day, another guy the second day, and that's why it helped, because I was very proactive in this time. What can I tell to other people? You can follow my path, you can find people online, get to know them. There's also LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, other social medias where you can find people in your field, in the area you are moving. Another thing is to get into even more action. So when you come to the place, you just stand on your legs and go straight to all the places. If we're talking about hospitality business, so you just go to all bars, all cafes, all restaurants. I know that whereas sometimes the places where you want to work and where you don't want. Yes, but on the other hand, where might happen like if you get to the place where you want to work and you see that no, something is wrong, maybe the place, maybe you, and you can't work there. And sometimes you get into the place where you think, no, that's not for me, and in 1, 2, 3 months you see that, wow, that's the best thing that happened to you. I believe that you should go to all the places, talk to managers, fill the application, okay, bring your resume. I don't believe in resumes, because on resumes all people are the same, just the photo is changed. All people are the same. We are the best, they can do everything, we are communicative, we are responsible, we are wow, everything. So nobody writes resumes how bad they are. That would be cool. But everybody writes resumes how good they are. And when we write how good they are, mostly of them are the same on the resume. So I don't believe in that. I believe in going and talking personally. Of course, it might not happen that everybody take you to talk on the interview right away. So you have to fill application and then they will call you or they won't. But if you go to many places, to 10, 20, 30, 100, I think 100 should be that amount of places. That if after 100 of places you've been, you left a resume or talked, they don't call you, nobody hires you, then this should be a message for you. What's wrong with you? Because if 100 places you visited don't want to work with you, that's something wrong with you. That's what I believe. If you do that, I believe that it won't happen to nobody and somebody will definitely hire you. Then you will have another problem. You will have to choose where you want to go, then there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offers. You have to be persistent and you have to do the job. Because most people who are looking for a job, they are not really looking, because we go to one place a day or one place a week and we think we might get there. No, it won't happen. You have to go to many places. You have to talk to many people and some of them will do. And you can do that very easy, because if you want to visit 100 places, you can do that basically in 10 days. 10 places a day. You can do even more, 20 places a day. So it will take you 1 week. I know in America it takes time to fulfill the application. They ask you a lot of information, but maybe some places will take only your resume, because basically you are writing some kind of resume there. Or some people will talk with you. So you can visit 10-20 places per day, and basically it will take you around 1 week, and somebody will definitely hire you. And there could be many more advices, like create your profile on LinkedIn, do everything right, put nice picture, put all the full information, or also to maintain a nice social media profile. I mean nice, so it's not just nice pictures. I mean without a bullshit post and all that many people do on social media. Because really in some places they ask you for your Instagram. I fulfilled some applications here before I was waiting for the second job to really hire me. I fulfilled some applications on internet, or I went to maybe 1 or 2 places and they ask for your social media presence. So if we check and we see what a person you are, because basically we want to know you better. So maintain that profile nice, because I believe if you maintain your profile like whatever, so basically probably you will do whatever a job. Because people are the same everywhere. If they do one thing one way, so in another place we do the same way. You can know a person that. So if you show like you are that person, so you will be at work like that. I believe try to maintain everything good and don't pretend. Become the person people want to work with. That's the important thing. It's not to pretend that I am better than I am. Sometimes you can pretend a little bit better than you are, and when you reach out, this is your goal to become that person. And it's okay. But if you pretend to be one person and you are totally different, not even reaching or heading that side, so it's bullshit, man. People will start to notice very fast and you will get fucked, and you basically won't achieve anything. My advice is to become a person people want to work with, or find people who want to work with you who you are. But this is already motivational video. And now I'm not doing a motivational video. Maybe a little bit, because in my videos I want to inspire people to do more, to work for life, to actually do activity for life, to get paid for that activity and live a better life, or create business, or just live their dream lives, or basically to become better people every day, every year. And ironically, but I'm doing this the last day of the year, and this year was the best for me. every year is the best for me because I decide to live my best life, and that can be seen in every field of my life. My family, my job, my videos, my hobbies. But my hobby is making videos and doing what I do, bartending. I inspire you to be a better person, to reach out more, to make bigger goals. And as today is the last day of the year, so I will think what person I want to become next year, and I inspire you to think the same. To think of the person you want to become. Don't be afraid. Sometimes we are afraid of our dreams, that oh, it's not for me, I can't do that. Everything can be done. You just need a wish to become better, and then one day by another day, one step by another step, you will become. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was valuable to you. I hope it gave you some ideas, some information. If you want to know something more specific or some information I didn't cover in this video, so you always are welcome to comment, or always are welcome to comment anyway, to say how you like this video, what you liked, what you didn't like, because I always try to improve my videos. And through this year I want to do them even much better. Through the time, through a couple of months, I will buy better equipment. It will be better view, better sound because I know that the sound is not the best, but everything needs time, everything needs money to get better quality, and it will be done. That's my goal for this year. So please comment. You are welcome to ask questions. I always answer questions about America, about how we moved, about the job. Now I can answer questions about the job, about bartending, about the things I cover in my videos. You can always ask me. Also, please like this video if you really liked it. If you didn't like it, write why you didn't, comment, and please subscribe my channel. It's really very important for me to grow. When I see more subscribers, I'm more happy. I can do better videos. I'm more inspired. And thank you for watching very much, and have the best 2020.